All right, so I realized I didn't get a chance to do a video on this game, especially for the newest trailer that came out. I want to do another like react kind of video to it because this is another game that I'm super excited for dropping. I think it's in June. I'm pretty sure it's in June. I'm pretty sure. But Final Fantasy 16 is definitely one of my most anticipated games dropping. I'm a big Final Fantasy fan, love Square games, and this is no exception. This one looks incredible. I actually got lucky and was at the Game Awards for 2022 where I got to see Yoshi P come out and sort of show off the game trailer. I think it's called Revenge. So we're definitely, I wanted to do a video on it. I think I did a short on it, but not a video. So we're definitely going to talk about it, look at the different cool stuff that they kind of shown off. I definitely got some questions and whatnot. But let's go ahead. Let's jump into this and let's watch it. I'm probably going to pause it and talk over certain stuff because there's so much to kind of like take away from this. So let's pop into this first.
Take Joshua and get to safety.
I'm not going without you.
I'm going to hold the enemy here while you make your escape.
You know, sorry, I had to pause it right away, but it's so crazy. But apparently, some people are not a big fan of Clive's character. We don't really know much about him. I mean, I think if you look into like the official Square site for Final Fantasy 16, you could probably get like a profile on him or something. But I don't know. There's some people who are like, he looks kind of boring. He looks like an Noctis. Like I've seen those comments; they do exist. And I'll be honest, from the trailer, he seems pretty sick to me. So I think he's kind of an interesting character, which I guess I'll talk more about as we play it and kind of go through it. But he seems to have like more to him than just like what he shows. But let me stop talking. Let's watch some of it and then we'll do more. Super bloody, super gory too. This looks so good. The music, so good. And the combat, dude. Sorry, I gotta pause it again because for me personally, if I could speak, I'm incredibly excited for the combat for this game. And I know a lot of people there's some people who are kind of skeptical about the fact that it's going more into its action kind of side rather than more of to the traditional kind of RPG sense. I think 15 was like a little bit of that departure, and people, whether they liked it or didn't like it, felt whatever they felt with it. But this one obviously seems to kind of continue and push that more, especially when I believe they have, I don't remember his name off the top of my head, but they have, I believe it was one of the combat directors or the main combat director or something of those lines from the Devil May Cry games. I think specifically Devil May Cry 5, who helped do the combat for this game, which means that it's obviously going into like a very heavy action kind of focus. And obviously it's going to have its RPG elements, right? I mean, there's tons of action RPGs out there. But it seems to land a little bit more into that action side. But I'm actually super excited for that. I kind of like to see, I think I kind of always leaned more into the action RPG kind of sides of things. Looking at how they did like 7 Remake, perfect. Like Chef's Kiss, I mean, even 15, I think I liked it, but it wasn't like the best in my opinion, but I still liked it. But the way they did 7 Remake, so good. The way this looks really good as well. So I don't know. I'm personally just really excited for this. For the combat, I think this would be really good. But again, I know some people aren't for that. They like the more traditional kind of route. Yeah, insane, bro. Like, just look at the different moves he's doing. And I think part of what I keep pausing it to talk, but like one of the things I wanted to bring up too was the fact that he seems to get like, I almost want to say different abilities from the other summons, which are called icons in this game. So from what I know of the story, so pretty much like there's like these different nations, right? Different warring nations. Again, this game takes more of like the war type roots, right? Going back into like the medieval kind of style type thing. But each nation, right, has their own like designated person who's like, I don't know if they're not always probably the leader or something like that, but they're known as dominants. And as a dominant, they get the power of a summon, in which this game I think calls them icons. And so I don't think Clive necessarily is like the leader of the nation. Maybe he's more of like, again, like I didn't read up on it, so if it's already available there, let me know down below. But he seems to be more of like the army's like, leader or something like that, right? Like a general or something. And the little boys seem to be like maybe like the next like, heir to the throne or something like that. So I don't necessarily think it's always going to be like someone who's like the leader of the nation or whatever. But point is, he seems to have like the ability to do more than just what he looks like he is able to summon Aoife. Like that's his main thing. But it seems like he can use abilities from other summons. So I think that makes him super interesting already.
Revenge
So good
is a
looking.
weapon.
I think that's Odin. There goes Shiva.
I sometimes wonder if I am controlling it, or if it's controlling me.
Mysterious figure. Who is that? Yo, I can't for the life of me figure out who that is. Someone told me it's Garuda, and I think it actually might be a Garuda. And again, if any of this stuff is already like, detailed on like the official site or something, I probably just missed it. Let me know down below in the comment section. But the summons in this game look fantastic. And I think one of my favorite parts about this game, aside from the cool action heavy that I see it kind of going, is the summons, the emphasis on the summons. Not just that fact that you're just going to summon them and they'll do a move. The fact that it looks like you're going to be able to play as them. There's tons of moments where it looks like, Clive, the main character, goes and he goes into like his icon form, whatever you want to call it. He brings out Ifrit. And then it's straight up Ifrit versus the different, summons that are out in the game, whether it's Titan. In this case, I think it's Garuda, Shiva, whatnot. I've seen the life bar when those like big monster battles happen. And so I'm pretty sure like that's just going to be like a thing for this game, which in my opinion, that might be like one of the first things to have like a big emphasis on summons, aside from like Final Fantasy X. That obviously was another big one for summons, but this is more like you play as a summon. In my opinion, feels more like you're playing as a summon, right? I don't know to what degree, but it just has that sick emphasis on a summon. It's really cool. So good. It's gonna get to the part where it said, oh, and that's another thing too. I'm sorry, I said I was gonna pause it as we play it. I know, don't hate me, but I said I was gonna pause it as we play it. I think the party characters, I'm kind of curious, given the fact that Final Fantasy 15, yeah, Final Fantasy 15. It was Noctis, Prompto, Ignis, and all of them. Gladius. It was pretty much like that squad of friends, right? And I don't, to my knowledge, it's been a while since I played it, but to my knowledge, you didn't really change those characters. I don't think you ever did. So I'm kind of curious, does this go back into like the traditional kind of Final Fantasy, games where you just get new party members, right, as the game progresses? I'm kind of curious, or will this just be the main cast right here? If I'm not mistaken, this guy right here, I think he's Sid. Correct me down below. I'm 100% not sure. I think this is Sid, but he looks crazy. You're gonna see. I think it's like right after this, right? Looks so good right here. Look at this, bro. What? Oh my god. But you see what I mean? Look, like where's he getting these wings from? Like I'm kind of curious. Is he able to like either borrow the power from other summons, or is he taking the power from like others? Like I have so many questions to Clive's character and what he can do. It looks, oh my god, it looks so freaking crazy.
No matter how bitter the truth that awaits me, I will press on.
Woo, look at that. Two Ifrits? Like what? Why? How?
Good boy.
Looks so good.
The usual.
Dog.
13 years.
Literally a dog as your ally too. Come on.
I won't be dying today. Come to me, Ifrit!
Is that? I think that's Titan, right? Or I don't even know. I don't even know who this is. Oh, the Final Fantasy music is so good. It's so good. June 22nd. Hell yeah. PlayStation 5 console exclusive. Dude, June 22nd, 2023. I can't wait. This is definitely going to be a stream game. So if you're kind of new to the channel, you're kind of just checking me out for the first time, you can check out some of my previous work. I'm just like, again, getting really heavily into streaming on the channel. And so that's becoming a new thing. And so I got to find days at work. But for games like this, where I'm extremely hyped for and I keep making videos about, oh, those are going to be like probably like every day, if not every other day streams. So definitely be on the lookout for that. But again, this trailer, it just solidifies the fact that I'm extremely excited for this game. There's so many questions I still have. I mean, I guess for me, the only real questions I have is more about Clive's character. And I think I want to ask, like, why does he have the ability to like use what looks like the other summons powers? Because again, from what I know, it's that like there's dominance, right? And then each dominant has like the power of an icon. So I'm kind of curious to see more about like that connection with him and Ifrit, and just to why I think he could do other summons abilities. I don't know. There's obviously just dumb questions that I just have, but overall the game just looks insane. I know people are kind of torn between like the heavy action focus, but in my opinion, I think it's gonna work out with this title. It looks like it's really well done. Everything just looks so like smooth and seamless. I mean, they've obviously put the time that they could get for this game's development, and you can obviously tell. So I'm glad like it got the amount of time that it hopefully needed to just get the perfect thing out there. I know story-wise this will be good. Yoshi PF, from what I know, is known for doing really good story for I think Final Fantasy 14 and probably previous titles too. But I just know this is going to be an overall great game. Let me know down below in the comment section. Are you getting this game? How do you feel about it? Is this your first Final Fantasy game? I know for some people this will be their first Final Fantasy game. So it's going to be really cool to see like people's takes on it. So let me know down below in the comment section. If I haven't said it before, I'll probably post up closer to the time, but I'm going to be making the next stream game Forspoken. So if you haven't already subscribed, if you're looking to watch someone play some Forspoken, get their thoughts on it, check me out. I'm going to be playing it when it comes out next week. I think it comes out next week. Yeah. So definitely subscribe if you haven't already. That's it. And all right, I'll end it here. We're going to end the video. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.